everyone. It's been a while I uploaded a video, and today I would like to take the opportunity to discuss about the stuff I have been doing for the past few weeks. The best part is I went to Nagpur recently where I trained a lot of enthusiastic individuals and talent which is in India. So, what is happening in the recent past, and I have been doing a lot of stuff in the blockchain based technology. I have been dealing with a lot of innovations in blockchain. I myself is working on a very innovative model where the SGD goals of United Nations, which is actually catering the empathy factor, would be activated. I personally feel in the Industry 4 era, emotions is something the humans are lacking, and that has to be taken care. The blockchain based technology I'm currently working on would help individuals to activate that empathy gene, because at the end of the day, it is the DNA of the human body which needs to be activated in the way it has to work in the positive manner. I think first and the foremost part of what you want to achieve in your personal life, you might be having short-term goals, long-term goals. The only thing which is very, very important is to be positive in life. I think there are a lot of opportunities around us. However, we take it as a challenge and we take a step back and think things are not working out. Let me tell you, everything which is coming in your life is an opportunity, and that's what Zen life also teaches you. If you how Zen master talk about awareness, I think I have imbibed that habit of analyzing things in a very different fashion, and it has helped me a lot, not only to deal with the real-time issues as an entrepreneur I face. I think that makes me a better person altogether. And knowledge is a learning curve. You have to imbibe knowledge in the right way, and that's what I talked about in the patronage and examination course also, to understand technology, because technology and innovation go hand in hand. And innovation per se can be divided into four main types of innovation, which I would like to discuss today so that you have a little bit more knowledge about what innovation is all about, because innovation per se is a buzzword. However, innovation is not understood in the real sense, so that can be utilized by individuals in India, the startups in India, not only the big companies but the small companies also, because I think innovation can take the business model to the next level. A very good example would be the licensing between Amazon and Apple. In this scenario, Steve Jobs took a decision of getting the license of one-click patent application from Amazon, and it was utilized by Amazon and Apple at the same point of time, and both benefited from the collaborative approach. As I said, innovation can be classified into four broad categories. The first category, and a very important category, is transformational innovation. So, what is transformation per se? Transformational innovation has to go hand in hand in terms of radical change, and disruption has to happen. The company strategy has to be a radical change in the way people think, and that's what I'm also trying to do. The innovation I'm currently working on is based on blockchain. It will be catering and activating that human empathy gene. I think empathy is a word which needs to be understood in the right sense. One of the mandates of International Telecommunication Union was working on SDG goals, and one of the very, very important goals is empathy. And I think the innovation which I'm working on will have impact on 8 billion people. So that is what transformational innovation is all about, which means radical change, something which hasn't been done till date. A very good example is again Steve Jobs. If you think about Apple and if you think about iPhone, the way he changed everything, people never knew that that was required by them, and he created that need. So that is what transformational innovation is all about. And a very good example which I like to talk about here is the licensing deal which happened between Apple and Amazon for one-click patent. So the one-click patent was that change is the inevitable aspect of being more human. And as consumers, the attention time span of human is very less. It's less than 3 seconds. So when we talk about less than 3 seconds, so this one click magic worked for both the companies, and That is the reason why in the technology era, that's the reason why they are doing so well. Even the share market holding pattern is better for both the companies, Amazon and Apple for that matter. Next category, which I like to discuss about, is category innovation. So, what kind of category you want to target, which is anticipated before you innovate something? Say, for example, you want to target the youth. So, the innovation which is going to happen in that category would be category innovation. However, what is important here is to analyze, say, for example, we are targeting the youth. Now, the youth target is a good model because we know 5 years and 10 years down the lane, those are the people who will understand your innovation or who are the users of your product. At the same point of time, there are other parameters which is very much important when you define the youth. A very good example in this category would be the comparison of WeChat versus WhatsApp. Now, WhatsApp has taken over almost, I think, the 8 billion souls in this universe. However, WeChat is doing quite well in China. Now, the reason or the question you need to answer as an entrepreneur of OTT is how WeChat is penetrating in China and why such kind of analysis is very important for the entrepreneur. I was in China for the Big Data event recently, and whatever I am speaking, I'm speaking on my behalf. I'm not speaking on behalf of the China government. It is my analysis of being in that country and seeing and meeting people. What I saw was even the hawker on the road was using WeChat for the payments. So, my analysis for WeChat is the government is securing its citizen first. It is thinking about its citizens. Even Uber is blocked in China, and they have something called as Didi, which is being used and as a replacement for Uber. Now, the question which needs to be answered is China doing the right thing by stopping the foreign entities in that country? I think that's a debatable topic. What one needs to understand is to run a successful country, the supply demand has to be ensured. If that can be ensured, any country can work on its own. It doesn't need any other replacement. At the same point of time, a lot of people from US are settled in China, especially in Beijing, and they are doing quite well in the big data sector. The government is giving a lot of funding opportunities. The government is investing in innovations. So I think what China has learned from US would be that innovations and IPR protection is the only way forward to understand intellectual property rights in the right sense. So IPR has to be taken very, very seriously. Coming back to India, what's happening in India? Why WhatsApp is doing so well and not the other Indian messaging app? The answer is very, very simple. There's a lot of inflow of money. That is one reason where the Indian counterpart is not able to foresee that. Or the Indian government is making it very viable for everyone to be a part of the pie. Now, in the recent past, privacy data is being taken into consideration. And if you see what's going to happen in near future is, though we talk about privacy data, though we talk about a lot of innovations are happening in India, but at the same point of time, we are not thinking about the people in India as innovators. There are a lot of innovations which are happening in India in every city. The more I travel, the more I come across people who have innovated very good models. However, the government or the entities are not able to imbibe it. Now, what's the solution? I think the solution is much more important than blaming the government. If the government is not doing anything, as individuals and as a society, we can change the society. So if anybody wants to change the society, you have to change yourself. And once you change yourself, there is a ripple effect and things will happen. So that was category innovations. So if you have any questions related to innovations, how to protect innovations, or how to understand the research administration in the Industry 4 era, I would be happy to do that. I'll be happy to set up innovation cell in colleges, in companies. Collaborations is something which I'm doing right now. Happy to be part of something very, very innovative. If you like this video, do share it, like it, put your comments in the comment box below. Happy to connect on LinkedIn. Happy to connect. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.